TTC and the Tbilisi mayor's office released some ginormous news about the future of the bus network that will transform the way we travel around the city and affect frequencies and make commuting more comfortable. The statements released also show the solutions to the massive overcrowding problem on the bus network currently, and it will also improve the actual average speed of buses, as well as buses being able to appear at stops more frequently. And this can all be achieved without having to expand any of the bus fleet. Sounds pretty cool, right? But to understand how this will work and what kind of things they will do to take action and get this plan working and running at the date that they promised, which is very soon, we need to get into the details of it to understand it more. And that's what we're going to be doing in today's video. My name is The Transit Diaries. I like to make videos about public transport, and you are watching Tbilisi Transport News. So first, we'll dive into how they said that they're able to improve frequency without adding to the bus fleet. This sounds pretty impossible, but it can be achieved with modern technology. Georgian news website bm.ge said this: within the scope of the project, euro insert amount here million, which will be revealed later in the video, has been allocated, which will be used for the further development of the smart transportation system in Tbilisi. Part of this development is the purchase and implementation of system components: smart traffic lights, cameras, detectors, data platform, and control center. This might sound complex, and it is, but I'll make it very simple and short. If you want to find out more, a YouTuber, Not Just Bikes, made a very good video explaining how smart stoplights work. Essentially, either a security camera, a chip, or a distance sensor detects when a bus comes to a stoplight. And when the bus is a good amount of distance away from the stoplight, it will turn green so that the bus doesn't have to stop for a red light. Essentially then, buses will only have to stop at stops and not at red lights, because currently you can have about 5 minutes of your route wasted just waiting at lights, which leads to inefficient bus service, leading to low frequency, which means more people loading up at stations and buses, which causes overcrowding. So these smart stoplights will fix so many issues that otherwise, without the power of AI, would have to be solved with buying more expensive buses. Speaking of buses, Tbilisi will actually be expanding their bus fleet by a whopping 200 buses in 2023 to 24. This is when the expected delivery date for 200 articulated Otokar Kent C buses are expected. This is a great thing, considering most buses at peak hours are shoulder to shoulder and actually over the recommended manufacturer capacity. The current Tbilisi bus fleet consists of 8 and 12 meter buses, those being the Man Lion City A21 compressed natural gas buses, the 8 meter Isuzu Novo City light buses, and the 12 meter BMC Pro City CNG buses. All of these buses were part of a modernization program about 5 to 6 years ago, where they replaced their old Soviet fleet of yellow buses and got modern European standard buses. But now ridership is very high, and even these buses aren't enough. And that's why these buses are 18 meters long, 6 meters longer than the current longest buses. They will be able to comfortably fit over 100 people, and the max capacity is 164. Almost double of the current ones. And like the current fleet, these buses will also be accessible. The original order for these buses was supposed to happen at the end of 2022, but due to budgetary issues, it had to be delayed by about a year. Also, some infrastructure had to be changed to accommodate these buses, such as the renovations of Melikishvili, Chavchavadze, and Queen Ketevan Avenue. All these streets were repaved, the drainage was redone, bike lanes were added, and most importantly, wide bus lanes were added to accommodate these long and bendy buses that will run on these major transport corridors in the future. Along with these infrastructure improvements and the bus order as well, As well as this big project of smart stoplights and traffic detection systems, there will also be a new depot built for these buses. And this actually leads to the next plan, which is about planning 10 bus rapid transit corridors. These 200 articulated buses that will be purchased will be put on routes indexed 300 to Route 310. Routes 300 through 310 will go through districts that are dense but lack a metro system, because it would be cheaper to put in a bus rapid transit system instead of expanding the metro network. Along with increased capacity, these buses will also have stoplight priority, so it will essentially be a metro that's above ground on a bus. If you want me to make a video on these planned bus rapid transit corridors, let me know in the comments. So, how much is this project going to cost? Note that this is the smart stoplight and traffic management system project, not the 200 articulated buses or the new depot. In collaboration with the German Reconstruction Credit Bank, Tbilisi will have these systems installed for 47 million euros. This will be financed with a loan from the bank. When Georgia first got this loan about a month and a half to 2 months ago, people were skeptical. I thought that it was going to be for the new metro cars, which also cost around 50 million euros. But it turns out that this is for a completely different project, a project that will make up for the lack of metro in the city. Along with these two projects I mentioned, there's also an ongoing project to look for a tender to renovate 10 metro stations. The future for public transportation in Tbilisi continues to get better, and with more people coming into the city and more economic growth, it will only continue to get better, and the transport system will continue to be expanded, bus frequencies will be improved, and the commuting experience will become near seamless in the future. Thank you for watching this episode of Tbilisi Transport News. If you liked the video, please leave a like as it helps out the channel a lot, and make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you are aware of future videos like this one. Let me know what you thought of this video in the comments, and also let me know what kind of content you would like in the future in the comments. As for now, I am the Transit Diaries, and as always, stay tuned for more.